Okay, this is the old coal auger I used to operate. Looks like it's growed up around here. I used to sit right there in that old seat and operate it. And up there's the spirals that comes down and goes back in the hill to get the coal. This here carriage here, this whole motor and everything moved up to the front, and then you bring it back and then drop the bits down in there. Another man would stand up here on the side. Of course, these wheels wasn't on here. That's just to move it. That's just to move it from one area on the surface mine job to another. Shame it's growed up. You can't even see the thing. Most turned into a brace thicket. And up here's spirals, bits. And this right here, you could stand up on there, and it's where you stand up on there and a man would stand there and let the bits down. This right here's the head. We'll get into some copperheads here. I used to have to get up here and change these bits every day to make sure it would cut the coal. Get back in the coal. Anyhow, this thing spins around and around. It cuts these bits here is what cuts through the coal. I had to change them. And back in the hill probably 200 feet time you put all the bits down here. Okay, I'm going to get down in here and show you what it was like to operate this thing. You sat down in here. Of course, there was levers on here. One on the right, you pressure you put on the machine to drill the coal out. One over here, back and forth. Right here is the one I put the bits in gear. Forward would spin the coal out, backwards would spin the bits the other way. And had to set right by this. Had to set right beside this big old engine here. Fan back there, see the fan there? Of course, we turned the fan around in the summertime, blowed the air away from the engine. In the wintertime, turned it around, blow it towards you, so you stayed pretty warm in here. And then I had curtains around this roof here to keep me warm. Pretty noisy. And a dirty job too. Should have had what's his name on here, Dirty Jobs. Okay, here we are up on where you stand to let the bits down in. Clean some brush out of here so you can see the levers here. Stand here and operate it. Here's some of the spirals or bits are laying down inside. You can't hardly see them. And they'd come out of that rack over there and come over here and you let them down. The carriage would push it back in the hill. And then it would back up, drop another one down, so on and so forth. Okay, here we are up on the auger. You always had to wear a hard hat, and I'll show you why. See these bits right here? When that thing is full right there, you have to bend over to walk down through here, and you have to have your hard hat on or you get yourself knocked silly. Say nothing. And there's the hole where the pin goes down in from the, you can't see it, but from the carriage. This is the carriage back here. It runs these bits in the hill. I operated that. And then, of course, that hook hanging right there. And that trolley up there moves back and forth to pick the bits up and let them down in here. And the old coal auger, Compton auger, probably model 36. Well, the conveyor up front there, I didn't show you where it come out. There's so much brush, but there was a conveyor on it that goes up to the truck where the truck's back under and get the coal, load the coal on. Here's one of the first coal augers Jimmy Compton built. Has 6 legs on it. It'd really take a big coal pit to run this thing. That's probably why they didn't use it very much. It's too long. And back here is the carriage. It runs the what's left of it. It don't look like much left of it. This thing would go, it'd go clear up the front there, and then they'd drop the other bits down. Of course, to raise it up in the air, this is the feet here, and then that cylinder there'd go way up in the air over how high the coal stream was, or vein. Some big old machine, but don't have any bits on it. Go around to the front. Which there's nothing in there but a bunch of brush now.